Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Welcome to the Roger Report. I'm here with Christopher Clarey, renowned sports writer and author of the new book, The Warrior, Rafael Nadal and His Kingdom of Clay. Mr. Clarey, thanks for joining us today. Christopher Clarey, your book is a definitive volume on Rafael Nadal, the definitive clay court player of all time. How did you decide to do the book like this? I wrote a book about Federer called The Master, which came out in 2021, and while that was not written exactly chronologically, it was very much his story, with his rivals and his personal biography. When I thought about writing about Nadal, I had covered him from his early years on the tour, but didn't want to plow the same field creatively. And somehow the number 14, once Nadal hit it, that's going to be a number that anybody who cares about tennis is going to hold within them for a long time. I've often thought about writing a book about Roland-Garros. My wife is French, my kids are French-American. I lived there many years, still have a pied-à-terre there, and I just feel so connected to that tournament, and I wanted to find a way to tell that story. And I think putting the two together, they changed each other. Rafa changed Roland-Garros both materially and symbolically. You have the statue of him right there by the entrance now, and he changed the perception of what's possible there and on clay. And Roland-Garros changed Rafa. It allowed him to maximize his potential in many ways. It was, in many ways, the perfect storm and the perfect fit. You've written about Nadal's biography and development, as well as beautiful excursions into the history of clay courts in Europe and the earlier champions of the French Open. What inspired you to delve into those topics? I remember walking into Roland-Garros and being just blown away by that statue, a statue of a Spaniard in a prominent place at the French Open. It seemed crazy to me, but at the same time, who else could it be? But as you write and report in this book, Nadal wasn't always the beloved son there, was he? He wasn't, he was definitely not. I think we all know that about him. His father, Sebastian, played a huge role in his early life and career. You've written about Tony, Rafael's coach and mentor, who helped him develop that mental state where it was a race he couldn't win, but he enjoyed being in. That's why I think ultimately, Tony and Rafa managed to get to that beautiful place. Now, let's talk about the players you're watching this year at Roland-Garros. You've mentioned Carlos Alcaraz, who has made no secret of the great esteem in which he holds Rafael Nadal. Do you think Alcaraz is the heir to Nadal with his relentless fighting spirit? In terms of on-court demeanor, I think Jannik Sinner has more in common with Rafa than Alcaraz. With Sinner, playing tennis isn't a light-hearted matter. He has that self-optimization streak in him as well. The style of play is very different between Rafa and Alcaraz. Alcaraz is a crowd pleaser. Federer was, too, he just didn't show you that with his face, but that's what Federer was inside. You can see it when Alcaraz plays. Did you ever see Rafa put a finger to his ear to get the crowd to roar in approval after he hit a winner? You never saw that, and you never will. You've also mentioned Arthur Fils, a French player who just turned 20. He's a very flashy, charismatic, powerful player, and he's had some really close matches and good matches with the likes of Alcaraz on the clay circuit this spring, and has played well pretty consistently. He seems like he's the kind of player who's going to thrive on that. If I had to pick one player to win, it would be Alcaraz, if he plays at his best level. Whether he can or not, though, the jury's definitely out. Alexander Zverev's intriguing, so frustrated by his inability to win a major. He's probably too good to never win a major at all, and this is a little bit of a down year for everybody, so he's got a shot if he can get his game together. You've also mentioned Casper Ruud, who played 2 French Open finals already. He's got his head back together, and he's got a game that's ideal for clay. He has a Nadalian approach. Heavy topspin forehand, he can cover the court, understands the slides and everything else. And on the women's side, you've mentioned Mura Andreeva. Have you watched her play? I have, and Mura's in that sweet spot right now where great things could happen, and I don't think it's a reach to see her as a potential French Open champion. She loves to play, has a very mature game, though she can still lose her temper and go off the boil at times. She's not a rock mentally, but she's got a great serve and really has a presence on the court and an ability to handle various situations with a lot of maturity. She's definitely on the short list. Aryna Sabalenka is my pick for the French Open, just because conditions tend to be a little quicker in Paris. But there are so many possibilities this year, which makes it fun. All I ask is, just don't give me a different winner every year. I want to have a little bit of a rivalry and continuity to dig into along with the surprises.